Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to this video. My name is Mr. G, your weather forecaster today. And let's talk about that weather forecast we got going on out there because I'm hyped up, y'all. I'm hyped up because the Midwest, the Southern Plains, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois is getting their ass beat right now. So very big thunderstorms moving across Illinois, they're coming across in through Missouri, Arkansas, coming through eastern Oklahoma, northeastern Texas. There's a storm now that's moving through western Illinois near Peoria down to Quincy and maybe a crossover to St. Louis. So East St. Louis. Tornado warned. There's only 3 tornado warnings in the with the. There are 3 warned parts of this storm. 3 tornado warnings. The whole area is under a severe thunderstorm or tornado watch this afternoon for the remainder of today. It's about 8 o'clock tonight. Tornado watch in effect. We have 3 active tornado warnings across the Midwest. 3-inch diameter hail has been reported on the radar. So it's colorful as can be. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's wild and crazy. So let's jump in with our first map. We're going to look at what we're seeing at late this week here. Today and tomorrow and then Saturday. This is kind of the setup here. We have this low pressure center that's going to be lifting up into the upper Midwest. This guy is going to go across Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan. This low pressure center. But in doing so, lots of warm air advection, lots of moisture, plenty of moisture. We got those dew points in the 60s and in the 70s across the Southern Plains and all over the Mississippi River Valley through Tennessee, Kentucky, up into Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. Tornado watch currently in place from eastern Texas all the way up to Ohio to parts of even western Pennsylvania. Biggest ass tornado watch I've ever seen. That is huge, huge tornado watch. Now, mind you, what's going to be stupid this summer, the severe weather is going to be off the chain because El Nino is going to weaken. So with El Nino weakening, transitioning to La Nina, that's going to make for a very active severe weather season. We're going to see a lot of tornadoes across the plains, the south, the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes. Wow, it's just going to be, the setup is just ridiculous. Those tornadoes, thunderstorms, very, very bad active afternoon. Reed Timmer, Jim Cantori, all of the chasers out there, they are going to have a field day. I hope they gets a lot of information, a lot of more insight, can help to improve that weather forecasting, help to protect lives and property. So those guys are going to get their workout this afternoon across the plains out there. So let's jump into our next map. Here is what we have for Thursday and Thursday night. We're going to even see nighttime tornadoes today, okay? So we have that really big area right here, southern Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, North Texas is going to be the battle zone area today where we're going to be seeing those thunderstorms. Now, this is where they're firing up. They're building out here, but then they're traveling that way, east-northeast, so they're traveling into Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, maybe into western Pennsylvania. So we're seeing thunderstorms fire over North Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. They're firing in those areas and then traveling east-northeast. So very active afternoon today and tonight with those severe thunderstorms with large hail. So we're going to see some big hail with these storms. Big hailers, big hailers, especially Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, and Missouri. That's where we're going to be seeing them. But we're seeing it into Illinois as well because east of St. Louis into western Illinois, near Springfield, Illinois, Lincoln, Illinois, Quincy, Peoria, we're seeing those big thunderstorms. And there's one cluster of storms with 3 tornado warned cells. 3 right now, 3 tornado warned cells. and we have a good chance of seeing EF2 or bigger tornadoes. And some of these hailstorms are currently 3¼ inch diameter hail. I thought I saw one that said 4-inch diameter hail. Now, mind you, this is radar indicated, but it's not lying. 3 to 4-inch diameter hail. So we got baseballs and tennis balls, teacups falling from the sky today across the southern plains. It's just off the chain. Those thunderstorms are not playing games today across the mid-south and the southern plains. So watch for those big thunderstorms there. You can't miss them. They're huge and they are in charge today. Major thunderstorms out there across the southern plains, the mid-Mississippi River Valley, Illinois, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and eastern Texas. We're seeing those big thunderstorms right now. Very big thunderstorms. I can't stress how big these thunderstorms are. They are, now I'm seeing the single cell systems into Illinois and north and central Missouri. They are individual single cell. Those are usually the most dangerous as far as tornadoes is concerned. The single cell ones. Now, those are usually the younger storms because they haven't grouped together and clustered. I think later in the day, to the evening hours, we're going to see all of this congeal into what's called a mesoscale convective system or mesoscale convective complex. And that's going to be a big cluster of thunderstorms rotating around what's called a mesolow, which is a surface-based low pressure center. It's localized, so we're going to see that cluster of thunderstorms rotating around that mesolow. So we're going to see that heavy rain, very large hail, just all modes of severe weather. That's going to produce a lot of rain, a lot of hail. We're going to see a lot of flash flooding as well with some of those thunderstorms through the Great Lakes. The states south of the lakes, Illinois, Indiana, Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas. We're going to see all of those thunderstorms congeal. But right now, some of the storms, especially the storms over eastern Missouri and Illinois, are fairly younger, so they are still discrete supercells. But further down to the west and south, through Arkansas, Oklahoma, I'm seeing more squalid type thunderstorms. So those tend to be more severe storms. But what I'm seeing with those is more bow echoes. I'm not seeing hook echoes. I'm seeing the hook echoes in Illinois and central Missouri. I'm seeing bow echoes, Arkansas and Oklahoma. So it's more linear. So we're seeing bow echoes because of those severe thunderstorms and those 80-mile-per-hour winds. Very similar to like a derecho, but it's not derecho time yet. We don't usually see derechos till about July. But you can see them in May and June. But it's too early to talk about derechos. But if you look at it on the radar, you can easily think that it's a derecho. But derechos usually are very long. They're narrow and long because they can cover over 1,000 miles long. So they're not derechos, but they pack a punch though. These guys are packing 80-mile-per-hour winds from those straight line winds, those downdrafts and microbursts from those hook echoes, the bow echoes. The hook echoes is where our mesolows. Those are the storms that are producing wall clouds. So you're seeing the wall clouds, and you have to watch for the Bear's cage and the inflow vectors where those single cell can produce those tornadoes. But usually the tornadoes form early in the storm's development. But once they be fully matured, maybe hit towards the dissipating stage, then you'll see the hail fall, you'll see heavier rainfall, and you can end up with rain-wrapped tornadoes. So a very active day out there. There's a lot to say today. There's a lot to say. And there's a lot going on. The atmosphere is not playing today. It's not joking. We're not sitting around. This is not this is all This is all hands on deck. This is not, we're sitting around, we're not sitting around. This is not what we had like we had a couple weeks ago when it was like iffy, like maybe the storms are going to develop, maybe they're not, because it's going to depend on all the ingredients. The ingredients is here today. The ingredients is there. It's not playing. Those storms are firing off today, and the radars are lit up right now across the Midwest. It's not joking. It's lit up. The lightning, thunder, everything. It's no joke today. The hail is not playing games out there. So if you out there running around trying to handle business or doing whatever you got to do, and you in Arkansas, you in Oklahoma, eastern Oklahoma, so if you like around Tulsa, McAllister, you in Dallas, Texarkana, you in Little Rock, you in Fort Smith, you in St. Louis, you in Peoria, Illinois, you in Quincy, Illinois, you in Normal, Illinois, you in Springfield, Illinois, Springfield, Missouri. You got an afternoon out ahead of you today. It's not joking today. You can see them clouds out there. Those storms are not joking. They are not joking. All right, so here's what we're going to be seeing out there right now about 7 o'clock tonight. Look at these thunderstorms. This is the radar projection of what we're going to be seeing about 7 o'clock. See, we already just had a big blob of storms roll through St. Louis, but another one line is going to come up from the southwest. So check this out. Around 7 o'clock tonight, it's going to be more storms coming up towards St. Louis. We're going to be seeing them going across Oklahoma into northwestern Arkansas. So Little Rock, look at that guy there. You're going to see single cell. We're going to see linear squall thunderstorms. We're going to see these converge into, well, look at this. Let's see, 12 o'clock. So at midnight, this is what the radar thinks we're going to see at midnight. Little Rock is going to be hammered. Look at this, hammered. Little Rock, Arkansas. Memphis, boom. Look at Memphis, bam. You are right in the smack dab in the middle of this big boy right here. These are going to be severe thunderstorms. They could produce some tornadoes as well, especially I think up here. So if you're like Columbus, Ohio, Indiana, Northern Kentucky, Louisville, if you're out there like tonight, this, man, whoo, man, it's just going to be wild and crazy. It's going to be noisy. It's going to be noisy as hell. Y'all ain't getting no sleep tonight if you're out there. So, all right, so tomorrow, 8 a.m. So now this mess is going to be Birmingham, Alabama, North Georgia, heading into Atlanta, Mississippi, Greenville, Hattiesburg. Look at this, Southern Arkansas, Northern Louisiana, Shreveport. Get ready, Dallas as well. You're gonna see more rain and thunderstorms. Get ready in Shreveport. You're gonna get nailed by this tomorrow morning. So a lot of y'all in the South, when you go to work tomorrow or go to school, it's going to be boom, 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 boom. It's going to be bumping and, and rattling. The rain is going to be pouring. Those hailstones are going to be busting your windshield. A lot of insurance claims coming in tomorrow down across the South. No joke there. Those thunderstorms are not joking. So here's what we're going to see for Friday. Friday night, severe storms. South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas again, more severe thunderstorms Friday into Friday night and Saturday morning as well. So more thunder boomers out there. A lot of rain is going to fall. We're looking at a lot of areas picking up 2 inches. Some of y'all going to pick up 3 inches or more. So whole lot of rain, especially down across southern Louisiana, central Louisiana, and eastern Texas. So Beaumont to Shreveport, Louisiana, New Orleans, South Bayport, Mississippi, and southern Alabama. Lots of heavy rain, flash flooding, hail, thunderstorms, all of that, man. It's tornadoes too. It's going to be stupid, y'all. Be ready for it. Okay, so here is where we're going to see our current watches. There's a whole bunch. Thunderstorm, severe thunderstorm, tornado. Now, there's some new ones that I put on the map because I was doing the other video, but there's a whole bunch of tornado warnings across Illinois right now and into Missouri around St. Louis. Whole bunch of tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. I mean, it's really stupid right now. It's stupid. Okay, so we're going to talk about hail. Let's talk about that. Hail, how big can it be? We tell you, most hail we see here, we see pea-sized hail. They stingers when they hit you on the head or in the face. They kind of sting because they usually like the size of a pea, so they hurt. That's usually how most hail is. But sometimes, it'll be pretty big, and you gotta watch that when it happens. So this is how, first you gotta have a good updraft. Good updraft, and that's warm moisture rising high up into the atmosphere. So you gotta get thunderstorm clouds to get hail. So you need big cumulonimbus clouds. How do you get big cumulonimbus clouds? You need very deep moisture. You need very strong updrafts. You need lots of wind shear because those winds push those thunderheads up into the sky and they climb high. And so those updrafts, they got to be really fast updrafts. I mean, to get the big hail, they got to be pushing over 100 miles an hour. Most hail we can see 40 mile per hour updrafts. You get the pea size, and then but to get the big ass hail, you need 100 plus mile an hour updrafts. That's the air coming into the storm at 100 miles an hour. Boom! You can't even drive that fast. You know, you go to jail. You get pulled over driving 100 miles per hour. There ain't a highway on America that you could drive. Well, maybe parts of Texas where they don't have speed limits on some of the interstates. And maybe in Montana, you might be able to drive 100 miles per hour legally. But, you know, so those updrafts hit that freezing level. So the freezing level is where the water droplets condenses into ice, right? So now you got chunks of ice, and those updrafts are strong enough to lift this crap high into the sky. So those updrafts is keeping those guys up in the air. But here's what happens. The hailstones, while they're in the sky, get tossed around. So now it's a big ass popcorn maker in the sky because those updrafts is tossing them hailstones up. And as those hailstones, they go up, and then they get to the point where they can't go up anymore, so they fall back down, right? Gets caught back in the updraft, get pushed back up again, so they make repeated trips through the storm cloud because of the updrafts and the downdrafts, right? So as they go through each trip that it collects more ice. More water attaches to it. More of this frozen water attaches to this ball of ice. And it goes up and down. And much like you cut down a tree and you see the rings, tells you how old the tree is. Same shit with hailstones. The more rings, if you take a hailstone and you cut it, you're going to see rings. Because that is how many times that hailstone went through that storm cloud before it fell to the ground. So those updrafts keep those hailstones above that freezing level. When they get jagged looking, it's because it fell back down to where it's below the freezing level, but then got pulled back up above the freezing level, refroze all the way again, and keep adding more ice as it goes through the cloud. Then it gets to the point, well, all right, the sky is like, all right, your ass is too heavy. We can't pick you up no more. Your fat ass gotta go. So now them son of bitches is falling back to the ground. You got hailstones the size of baseballs now, whatever, falling back to the ground. Those things hit you in the head. They're gonna knock your ass out, and they're gonna bust your windshield. They can bust house windows. They can damage roofs, trees, all kinds of stuff. They cause all kinds of damage. And here is the comparison of hail. Softball is 4 inches or more. Teacup is 3 inches. A baseball is 2.5 inches, 2 3/4 inches. A golf ball is 1 1/4, 3/4 inches. And then we have a 1/4 inch. That's most hails, pea size, maybe up to a 1/4 inch. But if you get over an inch, that can trigger a severe thunderstorm warning. So any thunderstorm that could produce 1 inch or bigger hail triggers a severe thunderstorm warning. And if the winds hit 58 miles per hour or more, also triggers a severe thunderstorm warning. And so if you got both, you're going to definitely see a severe thunderstorm warning. 1 inch diameter wind, hail, and 58 plus mile per hour winds. The rainfall don't have a matter, because I've seen this without rain, and I've seen hail just falling on its own, and that's when you get the big hail. It's those storms, the ones that don't have a lot of rain. The low precipitation thunderstorms are usually the culprits of that big ass hail like this. That's where you see it when you so yeah, it's dangerous. That's bad news. Okay, so it's snowing too with the storm. It's not just a severe weather. There's another type of severe weather, and we're seeing that over the Four Corners. We got a lot of snow. The snow ain't over yet. It's been snowing for days across the Four Corners. We gonna keep seeing snow over Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, in the mountains, Utah as well. A lot of snow, but it's gonna begin to wind down. But we still gonna look at as much as 4 feet of snow total. But we still got parts of Colorado. We're still gonna see 18 more inches. So we still got 18 inches. Flagstaff, 12 inches. Look at Denver, another 5 inches of snow to go across the Rockies. So it ain't going to stop. It's not going to stop. Not yet. And then we're going to see it wind down over the days to come. It's going to get less and less, and eventually it's going to end across there, especially when you get to Sunday. Sunday overnight, Monday morning, or Sunday early morning, we'll start to see the snow finally begin to wind down and trickle out. And then it's going to turn cold over the east, going to start to warm up in the west. All that snow is going to melt in Denver. Denver is going to fuck around with 4 feet of snow, and then thing turns 70 in about 4 or 5 days from now. All that snow is going to melt. It's going to cause flooding in New Mexico, flooding down to the south, in the rivers and the riverbeds, the dry riverbeds that are normally dry, creeks and stuff. They're going to have flooding. We're going to see avalanche dangers because the snow is going to be wet, heavy, and loose. It's not going to be packed powder because it's going to warm up and start to melt. So it's going to be a hot mess after all that snow, and the severe weather is going to continue across the plains. My name is Mr. G, your weather forecaster. All right, so that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching me. Leave your likes, comments, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Hook a brother up with a follow on TikTok as well. I will see y'all all later. Bye-bye.